Fury 325, a lucky 7 times, and proceeded to ride it 9 times. Got 4 rides in a row, 16 on Fury. What a way to end the night here at Carowinds. Thank you for joining me here at Carowinds. I am so excited to be here. I have never been to this park before in my life, and Fury 325 is my number 2 bucket list coaster. So I am heading there now. It's a Thursday in June. Posted wait times are all pretty much under 15 minutes for all the coasters, it looks like, according to the app. All right, this is beautiful in here, walking over to Fury. It's nice and cool, nice and shaded, looking great. So Fury is my number 1 bucket list coaster, so I'm heading there first. I'm also very excited. I would say number 2 would be Afterburn, the B&M invert. As you know, I love B&M inverts, and I'm getting close to completing all of them in America. And then I'd say after that is Copperhead Strike. I don't think I've been on a Mac launch. Oh my, we are here. It is running. All right, they said it was about a 10-minute wait. Oh my goodness. I really don't have much words right now. I mean, after missing out on Intimidator yesterday, this one being like, second, number 2 bucket list coaster. Wow, they're sending these babies. Good operations on these coasters. Love it. All right, first ever ride there on Fury 325. I was in the second row. Rode it with some really cool people too. That was a great ride. I really liked it. I'm not gonna go back around right now. Normally I would, but I do wanna try to knock out some of these other credits here since it is my first time. But like I said, second row, it was great. I wanna go in the back row. I think I'm gonna like it better in the back row for sure. First drop was great. I do prefer Orion's first drop, sorry. It wasn't airtime focused. It had a lot of those turns and things like that. So that's different for a B&M. So I guess I didn't know how to feel about it at first. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but it's unique, it's different, and that's what I like about it. So I definitely want to ride it again. Obviously, I'm going to marathon it probably tomorrow morning. But as far as right now, I think it's a top 10 ride for me, but I want to ride it again in the back. That treble clef was awesome. I know people talk about it a lot, and I guess I never really understood why. It kind of doesn't look like it did much, but exiting that treble clef, you're really tilted coming down that hill. It didn't really seem like a B&M, honestly. So again, that's why I think I like it, because it's unique. So it's a different experience, so I'm still processing a little bit. Like I said, I want to ride it again. I want to marathon it tomorrow morning. Got to get on that back row next time on Fury. All right, it is time for the Wayne's World coaster. Yeah, it's always just so weird coming to these sister parks and kind of seeing this. This is very Paramount style station here, and being at Twisted Timbers yesterday, it's just kind of funny. So I don't know where I want to sit on this. All right, just got off a ride on Hurler. Honestly, that wasn't as bad as I was expecting. Maybe my expectations were just so low. Wheels, they felt a little square, but honestly, the track, it wasn't too bad. I mean, I did ride it in the middle of the train. Layout wasn't too bad, but honestly, I think I would just slot that right below like Thunder Run at Kentucky Kingdom, which is another similar coaster, but it was a lot better than the old Hurler at King's Dominion, in my opinion, at least from what I remember. Yeah, not too bad. Let's head over to the next coaster. So let's take a ride on this Arrow. Carolina Cyclone. All right, Carolina Cyclone. It's an Arrow coaster. I didn't bash my head in any of the loops, so that's gonna get a thumbs up for me then. It looks great. It's a very beautiful coaster. I did like the helix at the end. I was not expecting that helix at the very end. That was pretty cool. It's an Arrow coaster. Not really much else to say about that. Let's head on to the next one. This is a huge entrance sign. I mean, this thing is massive. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's pretty tall. Got my first ride there on Copperhead Strike. I also think that is my first mock launch. And I liked it. I thought it was cool. I sat in the back row. That was my second JoJo roll of the trip. The launch, you know, there's been a lot said about the launches, and I agree with that. Favorite part was probably like that weird like Stengel type dive. It wasn't quite a single dive, about 75% of the way through the ride, but kind of everything after that, it kind of lets up at the, you know, like last like 25 or so percent of the ride. Overall, I did like it. I thought that the restraints and the trains were extremely comfortable. We'll definitely go back and ride that again in the front row. Really good back row ride there on Copperhead Strike. All right, I will say I like this new themed area here. You don't really see this like airplane theme, so pretty cool. I'm liking it. All right, so this is my number 2 anticipated coaster here at Carowinds. I only have to ride Afterburn, Banshee, and Patriot. And those are my only 3 non-Batman clones that I have to ride. So B&M's inverts are one of my favorite coaster models. I cannot wait to ride this. I just got off my first ride on Afterburn. Woo! I loved it. I loved it. I don't know how it's gonna rank on my B&M inverts. Let me just say, let's go through it. All those elements hit. Every single one hit. I wrote it in the back right. The elite elements were the first inline twist. That Batwing is one of the most awesome Batwings I've ever ridden. Just incredible. Wow, I think the only thing it's really missing is like a helix at the end. It really needed that helix. Don't know where this is gonna slot in on my B&N invert list. We'll have to see. I mean, there's so many that are so close that I love, but that one is one of them. I can't wait to get back and ride that. Also, shout out to the young enthusiast I just rode with the Pipeline shirt from Tampa. That's another thing about this park that I'm really enjoying is that there are a lot of coaster enthusiasts down here. And unfortunately, Woodstock Express is closed right now. I really wanted to get on this one too because I do have the ones at Kings Dominion and Kings Island. So I would like to get the trifecta. Hopefully it's nothing major. Looks like there's some lights running, the chaser lights at the top of the lift. Oh, here's the maintenance man. All right, so it looks like a maintenance man is climbing the lift. Hopefully it's a temporary fix and then we'll be back on this later. I don't know too much about kids areas, honestly. I don't have any kids of my own, but just walking through, this one just feels really nice. I don't know, it just looks really nice. A lot of shade over here. You know, I don't know how it actually is, but it looks nice. It looks like it's about maybe a 2 or 3 cycle wait here. I've never been on one of these hang and bangs, so I can't say I'm like excited to ride this, but you know, there's like that morbid curiosity of like, all right, what's this thing gonna feel like? Now I understand why they call them hang and bangs. Let me know in the comments below. Would you let your kid ride one of these Vekoma hang and bangs? Because I'm just watching this little girl in front of me. She's probably like 4 years old and her head is just like a pinball on that thing. I'm like trying to brace myself and I'm still hitting my head, so eek. Just got off a ride, back row, wing seat to the right on Intimidator, and I see why they call it Intimidator. Easily the weakest B&M hyper out there. Those trims, you really feel those on those 2 camelbacks, which is unfortunate because they have some really great shaping on those camelbacks, but didn't really do too much for me in the back row. The first drop was great, but other than that, it wasn't, I don't know, like I said, probably the weakest B&M hyper. So I see why they built Fury in this park. So I came back over here to Copperhead Strike to work my way back around, and I must have came in the fast lane entrance the last time because I didn't see any of this cool stuff in the queue. So this is great. Looks fantastic. Let me get past this bush here. Pretty cool. Nice theming for Cedar Fair. Just got off my second ride of the day on Copperhead Strike. I walked right onto the front row on that one. What a great day to be here at Carowinds for my first afternoon ever. I think I preferred Copperhead Strike in the front row. It had some pretty good visuals. The pops of airtime were all there. I love both those little single dives, especially the smaller one was great. So I'm gonna try to hit the rest of the credits I need here and then try to marathon Fury. All right, I am sad again here. Time to ride another Joggle It classic. Well, I use the term classic loosely. Time to go on the Flying Cobras, AKA Mind Eraser. I don't like boomers. Last time I rode Mind Eraser was in the 90s. If that tells you anything. So I think the last boomer I got on was, I don't know, 2004, 2005, something along those lines. For Joggle Lake, again, Aurora, Ohio. All right, I got off a ride there on the old Mind Eraser. Once again, I haven't ridden that ride, I think, since like 1998 or so. So that was my first Boomer too, with the vest restraints. So it kept the headbanging to a minimum. That Cobra roll is pretty janky though, for sure. The loop is forceful, so it wasn't all bad. Not as bad as I remember, honestly. So there it is, it's a credit. And rest in peace, Jogger.
I'm glad I came back here, left the line earlier and came back to this because we're aligned now, so let's go on this mine train.
I just got off the mine train. It was one of the weaker mine trains, honestly. It was fine. It was a little short and jerky, but I did fit, so got the credit. Almost did it. My knees were like smashed. I'm a little tall, so anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit the rest of these credits and then try to get on Fury before the park closes.
This defunct coaster break is brought to you by Defunct Coasters. This Vortex sign reminds me of Vortex at Kings Island. Rest in peace.
So I came away with a Zen front row ride on Vortex. And honestly, that ride surprised me. I obviously had the lowest of expectations for a stand-up coaster. It wasn't that bad, except for that corkscrew is maybe the only uncomfortable part. But I did like that first helix in the middle of the ride quite a bit. And the second helix was good too, but I don't know, that first helix was awesome. So yeah, Vortex, not so bad, because I was wondering, why didn't they make this a floorless yet? And, not too bad.
All right, I am back here at Camp Snoopy, and looks like Woodstock Express is still closed. So I'm gonna hop on this miler and get that cha-ching going. You get a great view of Intimidator's trims on this little route here, back by Wilderness Run.
All right, just got off Wilderness Run. I liked it. It's a good little kid ride. Sometimes I like those milers. No Cosmos curve though. As I was on Wilderness Run, I saw Woodstock Express cycling, so I'm gonna head over there now and try and get that credit. Just came away with a back row ride on Woodstock Express. And buzz bars! Gotta love those buzz bars. Unironically, is that the best Woody in the park? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Hurler or Woodstock Express at Carowinds. Came away with my second ride of the day on Afterburn, that time in the front row. Great ride. I mean, yeah, it's not my favorite invert, I don't think, but it's definitely up there. I would probably call it an elite invert. It's great. It's powerful, it's fast, it's whippy, it's everything you want to be in an invert. It is about an hour and a half left till park closing tonight, so I have Ricochet and Nighthawk left to get. So I'm gonna go check out Ricochet's line now.
All right, looks like Ricochet's line has died down, so everything is going my way today. I think the coaster gods are smiling on me since they rained on my parade yesterday with I-305. I think they've redeemed themselves. So thank you to the coaster gods.
Just got off a ride on Ricochet. That was a roller coaster. That was a wild mouse. A little violent, but that's all I have to report.
Where are the people? Where are the people at?
There's 30 minutes to park close. Just came off a mini marathon on Fury, walk-on ride after walk-on ride. Just got 4 rides in a row. Met a young enthusiast named Caine. Make sure to check out his channel, Free Intimidator 305. Great riding with everyone today. Met a lot of great people here at Carowinds, so we got 30 minutes.
All right, here we go. Tacoma Flying Dutchman, posted wait time of 10 minutes. I have been on the version at Geauga Lake, of course, and when it moved to Kings Island. I've not been on the one at Six Flags America. These are not my favorite rides. I'm not exactly looking forward to this ride, but that's okay. We're gonna ride it for the credit. All right, here's the scene. Nighthawk Station.
Took off a ride on Nighthawk, the flying coaster. Yeah, didn't like it back in the 2000s. Don't like it now. It's fine. First drop was pretty cool, but yeah, it's just not like a great experience in my opinion. I know some people really like these rides, but to me it's just like a gimmick, and especially that loop I didn't really like that much either. Yeah, I'm gonna try to run over to Fury and get one more ride over there. Just got off 2 back-to-back rides on Fury 325, including the last ride of the night. I was able to stay on and grab that last ride of the night. Wow, that is a great coaster, but really I want to shout out the ops. I think that Chiz, Fury 325. I think he's the best op in America. I haven't seen really a better op than that. That guy is getting everyone pumped up. He really loves his job. That last ride of the night, people went over to him, started high-fiving him. He high-fived every single person on that train. I told him, you are the best op in America. He hugged me. What a way to end the night here at Carowinds. Do not change this video because we are not done yet. We're gonna be back early tomorrow for early entry, see what we can get. I rode every single ride in the park. They were all operating, they were all running. I got on every single one at least once. I got on Copperhead Strike twice. I got on Afterburn twice. And I got on Fury 325 a lucky 7 times today. And I got to the park here at 2 o'clock. So in 5 hours, I don't know, do the math on that. That's a lot of rides in 5 hours. But yeah, Carowinds, great job. It is 9:08 and you are looking at the first test run of the morning for Fury 325. Here for early entry. That's probably one of the best parts of the ride right there. Well before the posted early entry time of 9:30 here this morning at Carowinds, not complaining. So heading over to the early entry ride, which is Fury, hoping to marathon that before I have to go in a couple hours here to end my time here at Carowinds. Okay, this is what early entry looks like. It's about 10 till 9:30, so we'll see if they open up this line at 9:30. They are already cycling trains, as I said, on both Fury and Hurler this morning, so let's see how this goes. What a morning here at Carowinds. I utilized early entry. I got on the first ride of the day in the back row and then proceeded to ride it 9 times. 9 total times on Fury this morning. Most of those were with Ace, so shout out to Ace. You guys probably know him from Coaster Idiots and Hollywood Studios. Awesome dude, loved riding with him, got about like 7 rides with him. Then we went over to Copperhead Strike, did 2 rides on that before the crowds hit, and then did a couple rides on Afterburn. Barely 11 o'clock and I already got so many rides in. So including yesterday, I got a total of 35 rides here at Carowinds, including 16 on Fury. So it's 16 on Fury, 4 on Afterburn, and 4 on Copperhead Strike, and then 1 each on all the rest of the credits. So beyond successful trip here to Carowinds. Amazing coaster tallies, met a lot of great people. I can't say enough about this park. It was great. It was such a great time. So I love Carowinds, had such a great time here. I want to shout out all the ops. Carowinds has great ops. Most of the coasters were really great. We're running 3 trains on Fury today. Again, the crew was awesome. Thanks for letting me ride again. They were really cool, you know, chatting about, oh, I saw you yesterday. How many rides did you get yesterday? You know, that kind of stuff you don't really get at every park with ops, you know? So shout out to the ops here, first of all. Maybe one con is that some places in the park were a little bit more shaded than others. So I think adding some shade, but the coaster lineup is a little top heavy, you know, compared to like a Cedar Point or Kings Island, where you can find quality coasters all throughout the lineup. I feel like it really just kind of dies off after Afterburn and Copperhead Strike. The top 3, maybe top 4. After that, it really kind of fades off. I mean, other than that, it's, you know, beautiful park, and you got to come here for Fury. Just make that trip like I did and try to get here for early entry if you can. Definitely in my top 10. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to slot it in yet. I think I like it better than Magnum. I don't know if I like it better than Ghost Rider or X2, so it's somewhere in there, like in the 6 or 7 or 8 range, I would say. Favorite part was the sideways airtime coming off the treble clef. Was not expecting that whatsoever. So that was amazing, and I would say it is a back row ride on the right. If you want to feel the wind and everything, then obviously go in the front. You want to ride it both ways, but back row right, I think, is the magic seat on Fury. That's gonna wrap up my time here at Carowinds. Thanks so much for watching. Shout out again to everyone that I met. Caine and Ace, rode a lot of coasters with them, so had a great time here at Carowinds. I will be back in the future. All right, so that's gonna wrap things up here at Carowinds. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. I am really trying to grow this channel, so please, that would help me out a lot. And we will check you on the next one. Have a great one.